Hi guys, thanks for checking the video out. Steve Buzza here, and today's video is about a topic that I'm getting lots and lots of questions about through my YouTube, through my Instagram, through my Twitter, and if you had my address I would imagine you would be sending letters to me as well. I changed to this putter, my red Odyssey. This one went, my Edel. So, getting lots of questions. Some are just through being curious, others more so, I just changed because I was given one. First things, I will address that. I putted so bad as an amateur that I will never change anything to putt poorly. I don't need any help to putt poorly. So I will never make a change with any of my equipment if I feel like it's going to hurt my game. Because I do joke around in the playing videos, but I can assure you I hate playing poorly, I'm competitive, and I hate missing putts. And I did it for so many years, I'm not going to change anything to go back there. Don't make me go back there. But this one was definitely a friend. You know, the Edel helped me so much. But what's interesting, and when I made this change, I actually used Sam. So I used the Putt Lab, took all my readings and actually made the change for a functional reason. When I first had this one, I did do a video on it, and I said I started putting poorly with this one. I felt like I wasn't lining it up well. When I went on Sam, I lined this putter up pretty much identically to this one. So if you haven't seen the Sam fitting process, I do believe it is one of, if not the best fitting process for putting. And if you're somebody that really struggles, you know, I would still be saying, yeah, go get the fit. But, and I'm a certified fitter, and one thing is with the fitting is there's always 3 or 4 kind of ways or different combinations that will still get the net result of being able to line that putter up well. So although these two putters look quite a bit different, they actually blend in, so I line them up almost identically. So why did I change? So I've already addressed this, I wasn't putting very well, and it was because I wasn't practicing. So confidence had got a bit low, so trying to have a slight change was maybe the reason. You know, I tried to change into something similar, but that was the main reason for the change initially. What I have since come to find, so when I've done some testing with Sam, I lined them both up well, but I was hitting the ball off the toe with both, and I had quite a high rise angle. So when I deliver the putter, I'm coming up, I think it's something like 6 degrees. It's quite hefty going up. Bit more than what you would expect from a Tour Pro. Tour Pro, or like the average for a Tour Pro, is about 3. So I am hitting up on the ball quite a lot, but I'm actually controlling my face well. So when I went on the Sam, it was the first time I actually created a very good report. You know, I was getting a lot of green and the consistency was pretty good. I was controlling the face well, so I didn't want to change too much, and if you're thinking about making alterations for your putting, never compromise face control, because that will determine how good you are as a putter, more so than things like path or rise angle. So I was hitting the ball slightly out the toe. I had this putter built, so I've actually got tall weights in it, so I've got a slightly lighter head, and I've got a 35-inch putter, even though I hold it at 34 to try and get a bit more weight up into the handle. So the big difference between these two is actually this is a 34, this is a 35. When I changed and started holding it at 35, the actual length, and just like irons, you know, the length of the shaft can affect how you middle your strike. So I found when I started holding it at 35, started middling my strike. So that is a main difference, and just by chance, this one was 35. So I had that option. I could put weight, or I could put an inch on this one, but it will change the balancing of the shaft. So that was kind of the main reason why I then went for this one. Second thing, as I'm hitting up on it a lot, I've actually taken this putter and I bent all of the loft off. I've actually got 0 on here. So what that allows is when I go up and hit up, I can still get kind of at that top spin in the actual release of the ball. So that's going to help, it's going to stop the ball skidding. You know, once the ball starts rolling, it will roll, but it stops the ball like skidding in that phase. So I have altered this one. I also bent the lie down, and that really helped where the centerness of strike was going. And then created a report that was fantastic. I'm actually really excited with the state of my putting stroke, and it's one of the first times I can say that. As an amateur, I used to really struggle. You know, when I first started making YouTube videos, it was bad, and people used to, the comments I used to get, you know, they were never that positive. But my putting then was actually twice as good as what it was as an amateur. As an amateur, I struggled. Yes, I struggled to the point it was as if gravity didn't exist, you know, because my balls would not drop. So I'm very happy with this one. Going forward with my putting, and what you have to understand is, especially if you're somebody that maybe been struggling with their putting, now I've got great control of where I can line up and the stroke. I now need to take control of the pace and my green reading. So what I'm working on now is actually green reading. I'm very happy with the equipment I've got, but I need to work on my green reading. So that is what I am doing at the minute. So like with this back to scratch challenge thing I'm doing throughout the year, I feel once I get my green reading down, I'm going to start putting great. But my putting is vastly improved, especially over the time I've been doing these YouTube videos. But that's the reason I'm in here. You know, it's definitely a functional change, but it's also, none of these changes are saying, well, this doesn't work. You know, things have changed through it. I'd lost my strike a bit. You know, when I was fitted for this, you know, I was middling it, everything was good. I probably wasn't hitting up on it quite as much. You know, this is why when you look at this one, I've got the lines on the front edge that encourages you not to deliver as much loft. But I found because the report was showing I had such great control of the face, I would rather bend this one to actually make it match me rather than change anything to stick with this one. So if you're looking for a putter, get custom fit. Once you get fit and once you get happy with your stroke, then attack your green reading. But hope this video helps. I know there's loads of questions on this, so if I haven't addressed your questions, please get some comments down below. I'll be happy to answer them at a later date. But thanks for watching. Hopefully, back to scratch, this friend will be my friend. We won't be frenemies, we will be just best friends, gonna hold some putts, gonna get back down to scratch. Hope to catch you soon.